Check one, two. Test one, two, three.
Testing, testing. Oh, wow. All right. So I guess we'll get started. We're here with Liberty Utilities. And we'll start off with some intros. My name is Brianna Kelly. I'm the program manager for the energy efficiency programs at Liberty. So today we're going to, it was on the seminar sheet, it did say customer assistance programs, which we will focus on the second half of the presentation. But we're actually going to do most of our focus on wildfire mitigation efforts with Liberty and the importance of contact information and making sure you're getting notifications from us if and when there is a public safety power shutoff. So that'll be the first part of this presentation, and then we'll jump over into our customer assistance programs. Good. Oh, there's a clicker. Okay. Perfect. And I'll preface this too. We were going to have a wildfire specialist or an emergency management specialist here today to do this portion of the presentation. However, they're all in an exercise, so I'm going to give it a go. I know the content pretty well. If you have any questions, we'll do the best we can to answer. If not, we definitely can get connected with the correct personnel there at Liberty. So let's get started here. Okay, so let's see how I can juggle holding all of these things. Okay, so on this slide here, we just show our Liberty service territory. So Liberty's territory extends from Portola in the northern part of the territory down to Truckee on the California side of the basin. So we serve the California side of the basin. And then we go as far down to the Colville, Walker communities as well. So we're located in 7 total counties with 50,000 customers, and 80% of our customers are in the Tahoe Basin. Almost 100% of our energy during the day comes from our solar fields in Luning and Turquoise, Nevada, which is also displayed here on the Nevada part of the map. And the energy is transported via NV Energy lines. We're working on adding solar production and battery storage to provide nighttime energy as well. Maybe, do you want to click for me? Slides? It's maybe easier. Okay, so the map here shows the high fire threat zones. To manage fire risk, we've developed a wildfire mitigation plan to reduce risk. The map shows the high fire threat zones. Orange are tier 2 elevated fire risk, and tier 3 extreme fire risk areas are shown in red. The bottom line here is that almost all of our service territory is in high fire threat zones. Okay, next slide. Hello. Okay, and on this slide shows the main components of our wildfire mitigation plan. They include vegetation management, infrastructure hardening, which includes a covered conductor program, a fuse replacement program, replacing old poles and aging wire, and modernizing substations. Situational awareness includes installing equipment that provides real-time information about our electrical system. We have installed 29 weather stations, and this year we will install another 10 new weather stations. And we're working to partner with organizations to install fire cameras on mountaintops throughout our service areas to monitor for fire risk and fire ignitions. We're also using distribution fault anticipation to identify potential faults or issues along our system. And the Public Safety Power Shutoff program will be discussed more in the following slides. So our routine vegetation management program is based on a 3-year maintenance cycle, meaning that we will return to each area every 3 years. We have supplemental programs to identify dead or dying trees, and we regularly inspect the entire system for threats. We're required to maintain a minimum of 4 feet between trees and high voltage lines, and when we prune, we achieve a minimum distance of 12 feet. If the trees are on private property, owners are notified. Slide. We have a covered conductor program as well. As you may know, covered conductors are wires that are encased in layers of insulation that protect them when energized. Installation of covered conductors is currently taking place on the west shore of Lake Tahoe and in the Colville, Walker, and Topaz areas, and we will be expanding the program in the coming years. We also have a fuse replacement program to replace conventional fuses with fault tamer fuses or non-explosive type fuses. They will trip when part of the system is overloaded. Fault tamer fuses do not release hot gas particles or sparks that conventional fuses can release. We currently also clear vegetation around the poles in the event of sparks. We have a program to replace all fuses in the next 6 years. We also test and replace poles, and we're enhancing our grid topology to reduce fire risk, including adding grid sectionalizing devices and undergrounding lines where possible. Sure. I don't. Yeah, so actually, I think before some of you came in today, we were supposed to have experts from our emergency management and wildfire specialists, but they're actually all in an exercise as we speak. So I'm the energy efficiency program manager, and Cindy's our outreach coordinator. So some of these questions we can certainly give you some contact information afterwards. Yep. Okay. Okay, so this slide shows that a public safety power shutoff, or the acronym we use, a PSPS, is a safety procedure where Liberty proactively turns off power in certain areas when and where weather conditions create a high wildfire risk. Liberty will only implement a PSPS as a last resort to protect the safety of our customers and communities. While not one factor will determine a PSPS, Liberty coordinates with fire weather experts to monitor forecasts for sustained wind and wind gusts, low humidity levels, dry fuel conditions, and red flag warnings. Liberty receives weather and fire prediction updates multiple times every day, including updates from the National Weather Service and our independent contractor, REACS. This slide indicates several items that can lead us to initiate a PSPS protocol. On the upper left is the energy release component. That is one measure. If it exceeds the 92nd percentile, it's an indicator of a potential PSPS. The upper right shows that wind gusts exceeding 40 miles per hour are another indicator. And finally, below is the Fosberg Fire Weather Index, which measures the speed of a potential fire. If it exceeds 50, it's considered an additional indicator. If all of these indicators together are high, it may lead to initiating a PSPS. We also consider forest health and any natural disasters that may be occurring at the same time, such as COVID. Finally, a PSPS decision is arrived after consultation at all levels of our organization. So frequently we get the question, why is my power shut off when there is no wind at my house? Well, this slide illustrates that a 50-mile-per-hour wind can be impacting a transmission line in a red flag zone that has been put under a PSPS. And although the zone may be some distance from your home, if we're required to initiate a PSPS for a transmission line, everyone served by the line can be impacted. The length of a PSPS will be determined on a case-by-case basis, but the power restoration process follows a simple formula. When fire conditions improve, Liberty dispatches safety crews to conduct safety inspections of the grid. Liberty makes any needed repairs, and finally, power is restored to your neighborhood. It looks easy on paper, but inspections and repairs can take time, given the remote nature of some of our lines. We need to make sure that we don't ignite a fire in that re-energization process. but be assured that we will re-energize lines as soon as possible if we need to sectionalize a repair area. And we'll notify you as soon as power is back on to ensure that you have power. So we need to ensure that we have your correct contact info on file. And we are actually here today too, and we can double check that and make sure that we do have that correct and updated contact information today. So the slide that we're looking at here describes the timing of PSPS notifications, and we'll make notifications according to this timeline to the extent possible. But just keep in mind that weather conditions are sometimes difficult to predict. Now up to 48 hours prior to an event, as soon as we see the potential of a PSPS, Liberty will notify our public safety partners, regional utilities, cell tower operators, and critical facilities. All of you are designated as a public safety partners and will be notified at the 48-hour mark. Let's see. So 48 hours prior to the event, when it looks imminent, we will notify all impacted customers in the media. Up to 24 hours before the event, we'll notify all impacted customers, public safety partners in the media once again. Again, 1 to 4 hours prior to the event, we'll notify all impacted customers. When de-energization actually takes place. Wow. When the weather event ends, we'll begin patrolling the lines to see if they have been impacted, and we'll notify all impacted customers. And then finally, again, when re-energization takes place, we'll notify impacted customers, our public safety partners, and then of course the media. So if you are impacted by PSPS conditions, you will be notified during each step of the process. And it's, again, imperative that customers update their contact information and follow Liberty on social media to receive timely PSPS notifications. If we don't have your correct information, we can't notify you. We'll be sending notifications via Facebook, Twitter, and our website, as well as on radio and television. Once again, you can call our customer service office at 1-800-782. We have the number there, but for your reference right now, it's 1-800-782-2506 to confirm that your contact information is up to date. And just keep your important documents in a fireproof place and create a password-protected digital copies. Let's see. Oh, and then plan for medical needs that may be impacted by a power shutoff. In the event that a PSPS is a possibility, Liberty will alert medically sensitive patients, as well as hospitals, nursing homes, and home care providers. Will attempt to give 48 hours notice, but please be aware that the factors that influence a power shutoff, again, can be difficult to forecast, and customers may not receive a 48-hour warning prior to a PSPS event. If a member of your household is dependent on life-sustaining medical equipment, you may qualify for the medical baseline program and receive priority notifications. Information on the medical baseline program, again, can be obtained by calling our main customer service line, our website, and we're also here today. We have forms as well, so we can help with program enrollment that way. Let's see. I think there were some other valuable resources there that won't go into too much detail, but those are also some additional resources as well. That help fund portable backup power, transportation. Okay. Yeah, let's see. I think I might be, but anyways, yep, these are some additional resources here. Let's see, are we at here? Oh, okay. Oh, I guess we had one on community resource centers. Did we? Maybe that one got removed. I guess we don't have a slide on it, but one important note as part of our mitigation plan is we will have community resource centers locations selected by Liberty Utilities, which are identified through a rigorous process. And that process includes input from fire and meteorological experts and consideration of those areas most prone to extreme weather, as indicated by historical data. Community resource centers will have backup power or they are located in areas near PSPS zones that would not be shut off in the event of a PSPS. Those community resource centers will have restrooms available, are compliant with ADA standards and fire codes, and will have Wi-Fi. Okay, so that was the fire mitigation portion of our presentation, and Cindy's going to take it for customer assistance.
Okay.
Okay. So there are two ways to qualify. There's the income way and there's the categorical one. As I mentioned, if you participate in Medi-Cal, Medicaid, CalFresh, WIC, supplement Social Security, Medi-Cal for families, you automatically qualify, but you do need to fill out the form. And I have those forms and I can make it super easy. You just have to stop by the booth today if you're here, and we can sign you up today and you could start saving. The other program we do have is ESSA. It's Income Qualified Energy Saving Efficiency Program that provides long-term savings to residential qualified customers. Available to renters with owner's consent and homeowners. Program includes energy education and home assessment, and upgrades could include a variety of installation measures, including windows, water heater, blankets, shower heads, and even some appliance replacements to qualified participants. Then there's the HEAP program, Home Energy Assistance Program, California Department of Community Service and Development, Health and Human Services funds the program. This is not Param Liberty. This is the county, is it county-based programs? Or statewide programs. And let's see. And this is not a program. This is more, once again, for earlier notification. And AFN is just earlier notification for those customers that for those customers, for example, if you are someone in your household has physical or development intellectual disabilities, chronic conditions or injuries, limited English proficiency, households with older adults, homeless or transportation disadvantage. Even if you're pregnant, you qualify. We just want to send out those earlier alerts just in case we're going to have a public safety shut off, so you were notified at an earlier rate. So it's really important to come stop by our booth or go online and make sure you just click. It's such an easy application for you to do this. Do you guys have any questions? Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, as Cindy mentioned, we have a booth and we can help with program enrollment. We've got some great swag, so come and see us.
Thank you. No electricity on Old Richard.
Aw.
And we can start your backup with fireworks that we can get in front.
I want to thank you on my bill.
Right.
I know
I'm
you
listening
were
to this
supposed
thing in my
Go ahead and find a seat. There's seats up front. Okay. Welcome, everyone. So I'm Alexandra. I'm with the Alzheimer's Association. And for the next 15 to 20 minutes, we're going to talk a little bit about dementia. We're going to talk about the 10 warning signs and some of the resources that are available to you. So I always like to start this presentation by just kind of level setting about what is dementia and what is Alzheimer's disease. So as